Yo, 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 what's good, family? Yes, you know who it is. As always, it's your boy, A.Face, the Muddy Professor. Here I go with another video. So, I'm gonna try to make this like pretty quick. This gonna be my new thing. I'm gonna try to make my videos a little smaller, for my loyal subscribers and viewers, all 25 of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna try to waste too much of your day with my messages. So, without further ado, I'm gonna just get right into it. So, y'all know my usual style. Like, a lot of times I speak about from the stories of Jesus, and I relate them in my life to my life in my own way. And this is what I'm gonna do today, but I'm gonna take a little different turn and go back to the Old Testament for a minute. So I want to talk about the story of Lot. For y'all that don't know, I'm gonna just try to give a little quick rundown about it. In the Bible, in Genesis, Lot was Abraham's nephew, and he had lived in Sodom and Gomorrah. These are some very bad, like it was like a very bad cities that God had destroyed because they was like evil. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so Lot lived there, and on the strength of Abraham, God saved Lot and his family. You know what I mean? And when God sent the angels to go get Lot before this event happened that would destroy these places, the angels went and gripped them. They was like, yo, you gotta come right now, like right now, you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So him and his family, they didn't really have no time to prepare for nothing. Like, they just had to dip. So after a little bit of negotiation or whatever, Lot got the angels to allow him to leave to like a nearby place that was around there. So as he's going, they like rushing him off. They like, yo, listen, y'all gotta leave right now. So it was him. He had two daughters and his wife. So they out. But the angels told him right before they dipped off, the angels was like, listen, go, look forward, just keep going to where you gotta go, and do not look back. Under any circumstance, do not look back, right? That was the order. They was like, listen, you'll be saved. Just don't look back. So they did. When they dip in, they get a certain distance, and Lot's wife looks back. Well, as the story goes, she instantly becomes a pillar of salt, like salt that we use in our food. Well, she becomes a whole like pillar, a mountain, like a statue of salt. You know what I'm saying? And when this happens, Lot and his daughters, they gotta keep it pushing, because if they don't, they gonna end up just like her. So they keep it moving, yo. She fam and all that, but like, they had to keep going, and they made it to their destination, and they got saved. All right. I mean, the story don't altogether end there, but for today, that's what I'm gonna focus on, is that part. So obviously, there's a lot of elements of this story that a lot of people would see, and they would say like, how this can't relate to me. Who turns into salt? You know what I'm saying? Like, when will the angels come and destroy my home and my city and all this stuff? You know what I mean? Like, this ain't no realistic stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, how would I survive something like that or whatever, just by running off forward towards my destination? People might have these type of ideas when they see and read this story. You know what I'm saying? Especially taking it literal, which a lot of people do, and I'm not saying anything wrong with that, but I'm just saying, let's explore a different perception. In the old eight-face tradition, I like to relate stuff to my own life and my own stories. You know what I'm saying? Where I could get a better understanding and thereby find a message that could actually help me in a practical way in my own life, right? So, all right. So the elements, their home, or what, pretty much their lives, where they was from, all this stuff was being destroyed. It was done. It was over. You know what I'm saying? The instructions were just to keep going forward and don't look back. When the wife looked back, she became a pillar of salt. These are elements that I want to focus on. Okay, so I could say for myself, there's been times in my life, right, where my life seems to be like destroying, like falling apart. You know what I'm saying? Like it's under some type of destruction. You know, like things ain't going right. You know, my life. You know, people say like my life is falling apart, right? So, like Lot and his family, you know, their lives where they lived in this city or whatever, was done. It was falling apart. It was done. It was over. It was being destroyed. But the instruction was, regardless, just keep pushing, keep moving forward, keep moving, right? So for me, a lot of times things fall apart in my life, but my drive is like, yo, just keep going forward. This stuff is falling apart, but I gotta keep pushing. I gotta keep pushing, right? If I keep pushing, eventually, through my persistence, through my determination, I will make it to my destination, like Lot. But I have to keep going forward. A lot of times what we do when our lives fall apart, we look back. And when we look back, like Lot's wife, we become salty, okay? For y'all who understand the slang and the language, we become salty. And we get stuck in that mode, in that salty mode about our lives. And we're crying over it, and we're upset about what we lost, or what all these things, right? But never thinking to just keep moving forward, right? Because a lot of times things fall apart in our lives because it's not meant for us, right? So it's falling apart for a reason. Like I could say for me, a lot of times I wanted to enact a change in my life. And with having that intention and doing things that I do, along the way, my life starts to fall apart. Things start not looking good, right? But I want them to be better. But they start getting worse. You know what I mean? Well, I've come to understand and notice that when these things happen, it's more like they're being purged out of my life. These are the things that I want to change. So if I don't like my job, but it's the only job that I have right now, but I want to make more money. Well, it's more like how God makes room in those moments. So things that happen in my life where it'll be like these moments or whatever that seem devastating, where they're just moving these bad things that I didn't want out of my life. You know what I'm saying? And I get scared because I'm like, well, I don't got nothing else, stuff like that. So I start looking back on that stuff. These things that's being destroyed, the Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm looking back. And as I look back, I'm getting salty and I'm getting stuck in that mood. You know what I'm saying? When I should just move with the flow. Like, yes, things fall apart, right? So I'm a reasonably intelligent man. Yes, I just had this job and it might have been all I could get, but really, is it all I could get? You know what I'm saying? Like in the end of the day, like I just got to put that work in to find something else. And you know what's crazy is like every time that type of stuff happened in my life, I'll have those moments where it's like it gets really bad, can't find a job, stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, boom, I get the job. And this job is paying way more than the job I lost. You dig? And I would have never got that job because if I would have stood comfortable at the job I lost. Because a lot of times I get stuck there. I become stagnant. And okay, I got this job now. So if I got a job, I ain't looking for another job. And this job might be paying the bills, but maybe I don't like the job I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So like it's kind of draining me. It's causing a lot of like, internal stuff going on because I'm not resonating or digging this job, resonating with or digging this job that I'm doing. So it kind of like affects me inside. You know what I mean? So I might be making some money, paying bills, getting a couple things, but it ain't worth it. For me, it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, but I stay in it. Why do I stay in it? Because it's what I got. And since I got this, I'm not looking for something else. So it's like God comes into my life and just like, okay, you want to change? I'm gonna help you. Boom, takes things out, and it start looking like my life is falling apart, and it is. But it's like all that bad stuff it's all the stuff I didn't want that's falling apart, and it's just like crumbling to make room for the new stuff. You know, you can't build a building on top of another building. You gotta crumble that building first, and then rebuild the new building in the space that old building was. Well, that's how it is in our lives. Those buildings got to crumble sometimes for a new building to get constructed, a better one in that same space. You dig? And you know, so through that story, I could say to myself, you know, when things is happening in my life, where things is falling apart, being destroyed, I could look on those and get salty and stay in that mood like Lot's salty wife. You dig? Or I could be like Lot and just keep pushing and keep moving forward, and eventually I'll get to the destination that I'm trying to get to. You dig? That's the message today. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, you know, y'all could take that and do what y'all need to do with it. All right? But like I said, short video, you know what I mean? You know, with a deep message for y'all if y'all listening. Like my heroes say, you know, my role model, he who has ears, let him hear. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's it for now. I'ma holla at y'all. You know, y'all already know. It's your boy, A.E.P, the Muddy Professor. I love y'all, and I'm out, homie. Peace.